ESPN Sports Talk, the power of local and national sports news, brand building, and connecting fans through audio and digital elements, live broadcasts, and much more.
Here's the steal, 3-on-1, alley-oop! Oh my goodness! Marcus Maben! And you certainly are in love with him here in Louisville. Marcus in the open floor, hops incredible. Here comes Maben off the steal! Oh my goodness!
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Marcus Maben. You're about midway to the midday with Marcus Maben. And you can call in or lay back and just listen to Marcus Maben. So sit back and relax and watch Maben. Break it down like this. Woo!
Broadcasting live from the Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers Studios. Time for Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Go.
Ooh, welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. All the videos and behind-the-scenes sports, just letting you know we're in full swing of sports season. Steve Rummage in the building, Nikki V in the booth.
You know, practice started yesterday, and I told myself I wasn't going to overreact. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to overreact this year. It's just the first practice. And then, you know, I heard Coach Braum talk, and I was like, I'm not going to overreact. I'm not going to overreact. And then last night, yesterday at about 3:00, a video comes out of Trayshawn Hurry catching one down the seam. And I was like, that's it. I'm overreacting.
I wasn't okay with that.
You wasn't okay with what?
Catch the ball the first time, son.
Nah, I don't care. I'm not worried about that. I
need clean catches.
Listen, no, you're right. And that's fine.
No, I need late season form right now.
Yeah, but here's my thing. I've been touting Hurry on his route running and footwork, and the move he put on that dude was, by the way, let me look up. I'm learning my defense still. I'm going to look up who was that guy. Let's just call him out right now on the air because you got smoked.
Number 13.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, you want me to find out who it is? Oh, my bad. Yeah.
So you knew the number.
Did you think that's what I was looking for?
Well, I thought you had the roster up in front of you. So I was
go
like,
to
I'll
Louisville
give you the
football
number.
roster. GoCards.com.
All right. Give me a sec.
I'm here. I know who it is. I'm looking at him.
Wait.
Yeah, we'll wait for the producer to get him. Hang on.
Wait.
I'm looking at the guy.
Let Nikki catch up, Steve.
I know.
To your
number 13.
to your.
That was Deuce Adams. No, I'm just kidding.
Nick's like, no wonder he got open. It was a quarterback. What an idiot.
All right, I got it. You want to say it on 3?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Justin Agoo. I had to look at the pronunciation.
You were waiting for me to mess up his name.
Did you listen to the pronunciation bar?
No, but I looked at it and it says Agoo. Justin Agoo, by the way, appeared in 9 games last year. He closed the season with a career best 36 tackles. He added a pair of tackles for loss and 4 pass breakups, recorded a career high 8 tackles versus Troy and Wake Forest. He logged a season-high 2 pass breakups versus Troy, returned a 70-yard fumble against Appalachian State, and was credited with 4 tackles against South Alabama last season. How about that?
Okay, does he?
From Prairieville, Louisiana.
Okay.
His last school was Louisiana.
Okay.
So that's a guy I believe is probably a pretty solid player.
So are we going to put a goo on the player profile?
Probably should. Let's not do him because I was just giving him just a little mini player profile here.
Okay.
The year before that, he appeared in 9 games. He started in 3, registered. Yeah, he had a solid year, right? Yeah, so yeah, he was listen.
So you credit the move. You credit the move more than the defense.
Yes, because I think Justin Agu is a good player. I think he's gonna be a good defensive back for us. And Trayshawn Hurry, man, with some great footwork, gets right past him. James not paying people back anymore, so now he's like showing up, and I can tell he's like giving Nick an explanation of why he's not paying him back.
Ooh.
And so he doesn't, yeah. So now he's like, look, I ain't got the money now, but I'm going to get you back. I'm going to get you back later, and I'm going to pay you twice the money. So that's what's happening in the producer room right now.
Don't be getting into the hole with Italians.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like, dude, you're going to have the mafia on you, bro. Please. So I'm crediting. So when I got that video, and I was like, yeah, I'm overreacting.
What else? What else was there a tad bit of overreaction to?
For me, it was the Boykin playing some running back. I like that. Especially how Coach Brom talked after, and which, by the way, we have Jeff Walls, Coach Walls, today at 11 o'clock.
At 11 o'clock.
Is going to address the media, so we'll definitely play that, and we'll come back to that afterwards.
What about Brom going straight from Boykins to Lacey?
That was going to be exactly where I was going with that. No, that's perfect, because it was he said, look, you saw a little bit of how we tinkered with using Colin Lacey in the bowl game. Well, Colin Lacey's pretty valuable. So what if we could create what if we had this other piece and people remember Boykin at North Hardin. The kid was a stud. Okay. And this is his going into his second full year of college. So, I mean, he's built, and he's a big guy for a receiver. He's actually one of those guys I was almost like, he's almost built like Chris Bell. Like, I was like, he's a little too big to be a receiver.
Right. Well, you can't tell if he's actually fast or.
Yes. And I think they said, hey, we're pretty good at receiver. And I think that's one takeaway I want to get to today that I think people got to see. And then you go, Kari Collins and Trayshawn Hurry and McMillan, and these guys are pretty good. This receiving core is pretty good. We'll get to that part. But you say, what if we can get Sean Boykins on the field because he's that good of an athlete? What if I can create another hybrid guy the way we used, and this is why bowl games can still be great, because they used Colin Lacey in a way. Yeah. Steve and Marcus come back and we say, which it probably still is, but I'm gonna, for the sake of the argument.
I was gonna say, are you gonna rehash that really quick?
We say, oh, they're just giving Colin Lacey the ball like crazy.
No, Steve. I don't want you to do the injustice to that one.
Okay.
We were positive that it would be idiotic to think that next year Colin Lacey was going to get the ball all over the field. We were laughing like, Jeff, Jeff, that you're what the old snatch the rug from underneath Colin Lacey.
Yeah. Like, dude,
Coach,
what
happened to all those packages I had for the Washington bowl game?
Yeah, you're like, okay, so let me guess. This is a Kerry Rhodes situation. Remember the story about Kerry Rhodes? Everybody says that he come in, Bobby's like, yeah, you can play quarterback. He come in, he took one snap at quarterback. It was incomplete. He was like, now go get with the safeties.
Immediately.
Yeah, and it worked out pretty well.
For all teams involved.
Other than one game, one play. Got it. You got to catch that stuff. You got to catch it. But anyways, it was it was one of those things where we go, or maybe Coach Brown was trying something out and said, hey, let's use Colin this way. A, it gets him the ball, and that's a good thing. We want him to have the ball here. B, let's see if this is some things we can add into the offense. Now we have a piece like Sean Boykin who we can put in there. And now let's use him there. And again, I'm not trying to overdo it like people to expect he's going to be like, a Heisman Trophy winner this year or anything. But it's a piece.
I mean, and there's,
plus I've
there's
got
never,
4 other guys. I'm going to be the first, by the way, after watching one practice, I'm going to be the first team ever with 3 Heisman finalists. So that's pretty awesome. So that's the only reason Boykin wouldn't win the Heisman.
I got Chris Bell, Colin Lacey, Isaac Brown, Keywan Brown, Duke Watson, all are outside.
Miller Moss,
all should have odds.
Yeah,
at the very least.
I mean, you have to think Stanquan Clark in the middle, or Clev Lubin coming off the edge is going to have a shot.
What is
at the Heisman?
A Butkus.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to clean sweep the awards. The only thing we're not going to get is like the punter and the kickers because we're not going to use them. So, because we're going to score so many points.
Is there
They're going to be like Louisville broke 100 3 times this year. It was crazy.
Is there an offensive coordinator award?
If there is, Brian Brom's going to win it.
I'm going to have to go through some of the awards, see what's available.
Ron, you just not ready to give him the Defensive Coordinator of the Year award yet. We'll see. Gotta win me back over, Ronnie.
Is there one?
I don't know.
Okay.
But Ron's got to win me.
He got to win you over.
Ron.
He's Ron right now.
Until
he pitches a shutout, and it's like,
yeah, like game 1.
What's
the first? Dude, the way we held EKU, it's clear he's the man.
What's the first game he's gonna have the chance to really win you back over?
Oh man,
never.
Yeah,
you're only as good as your next game.
Yeah, because what happens when you go to Miami in week 5 and we go, okay, we go beat Pittsburgh and we hold Pittsburgh to 10 and then Pittsburgh rips off 4 straight after that. You're not going to give him credit for Pittsburgh. You go beat Miami. If the worse you make them look, the worst you're going to be like, well, Carson Beck sucks.
They suck. Yeah. And it's the ultimate thankless. Like, what do we say about the cornerbacks? They got to have the shortest memory on the field.
Yeah.
The cornerback. They got to give up a pass.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because you will get beat more than you win at the quarterback position.
You'll give up more.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll give up more points.
Yes.
Then it's like you're gonna give up points. And
a great corner is 20. It's like a 3-point shooter. Like a great corner is 30%.
A batter. You look 300, 3 out of 10, and you're almost a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
You bat 3 out of 10. But a batter can get credit. A defensive coordinator is never gonna get credit. Yeah, he still gave up that long pass. Guys were out of position. Those touchdowns late could have came back and haunted us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the DC position, it's like you're only as good as the next game.
Right.
You can be in the playoffs, Steve, and get rolled, and it's like, yeah, our defense just couldn't hold up. Got you to the playoffs.
Yeah. Got you to the playoffs.
That was all offense.
I know, right?
Okay, so Sean Boykin. What else?
I mean, listen, there was that. There was, again, getting to kind of see the guys in the middle. I like seeing Renee Conga. Again, I like seeing Clev Lubin. That's a guy that we've been, it's one that you're like, I hope he works. He was a high-level defensive end type guy, I mean, it looked it was good. I mean, it was good. It was good to see the guys out there. Put it that way. It was good to see the guys out there.
Okay, so next, what are you hoping to see next open practice? Like if you were the video coordinator of the next practice, not coordinator, I'm sorry, like the video department, what would you want to show fan Steve or radio Steve if you were in charge?
Well, nothing. No, just like I want to see my guys running. Look, I'm going to show close-ups of Isaac Brown.
Of just legs, just legs and handoffs.
Hey, no, seriously, man. I'm going to highlight the strengths, right?
Okay.
I'm going to highlight the strengths.
Okay, I gotta ask you a question. This is one of the early questions I wrote down. What drills, when you see the football drills, I know it makes you think about drills. Look, you see drills that they're doing that you did back in the day, the same drills, and then there's some drills that say, okay, that's a good drill. Give me a drill that you see out there and you hate seeing it because it looks useless to you. Give me a drill that you thought was useless to young Steve.
Look, okay, I'll tell you which one, and it's funny because I didn't play this position, so that's probably why.
That makes it even better.
Yeah, because anytime if I played the position, I'd be like, no, that's needed. Just like people who played running back would tell me this is needed. But like when they run through and dudes just swipe at their arms, and I'm like, dude, you're just hitting the ball. You're not really
with the little pad.
Yeah, or even their hands, like when you're like, oh man, we're trying to punch it out. It's like you're not punching with the ferocity, and they're running over pads. Like they're just high knees.
Wait a minute.
That's all they're doing.
Wait a minute. 8150-939 is the number. 3831-939 is the text line. Nikki V, do you agree with Steve? Is the swiping at the ball? The little machine. Oh, you know what's funny, Steve? What's funny, Steve? I will say this.
Okay.
I was at Asheville High, right?
Okay.
I was a young man. I was at a football game, I think, when Leonard Little was there, right? I was at a game, and you know the things you run through with the arms, the things the running backs, that little tunnel the running back runs through that has the arms with the springs on them.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid, I tried to just run through that.
Yeah.
And I got stuck in.
And knock you out. I know.
Listen,
knock you on your rear end.
It didn't knock me down, but I thought I saw it on TV, or I saw people running through I saw them running through those armbar things before, but I didn't know how firm they were. And I remember just kind of loading up and just getting past like the first two and just getting stuck and having to go down and just crawl out of it. But when I saw it, I thought those things were ridiculous. But you say the swiping at the arms and the poking out drill is one of the ones that you just don't have the proper respect for.
Yes. I mean, I'm just like, yeah, I guess, like, I get what you're doing, but I mean, dude, the dudes are hitting a lot harder than the
Nikki, give me a drill you think is useless.
In football?
It could be a hockey drill. I don't care. Like,
it can be just a useless, like when you see guys practicing, you're like, that's a total waste of time. I mean, with all due respect, like we respect everything people do in practices. Of course. Yeah, that goes without saying. But just there's some drill that just gets under your skin that you watch and you're like, what are we doing here?
We did these drills when I was at U of L. We had to skate the alphabet, and it was all about like quick starts and stops and everything like that. But when you're tracing the letter K and doing like quick crossovers and everything like that, it was just like, man, I just want to do O. Just let me do O. I mean, just like, I'm over this. Like we had, like there were certain letters that just sucked. Like we had the K drill, the E drill, the A drill, and everything like that. And they were just designed to warm us up. Like, but I hated them. I hated them so much.
You know what I hated?
Sounds really stupid. I'll give you that.
Skating the alphabet. You know what I hated, Steve?
I'm listening.
It's embarrassing that I'm admitting this. You know what I thought was the most useless thing? Stretching. Everybody lining up. You know, the captains are up front. You get into the lines and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 2. That used to irritate me, Steve, with a passion.
Yeah,
Just
especially the younger you were.
I hated those because like I was the captain and I was like, man, I just want to catch my breath. And I'm
Yeah.
like, after we just skated the whole damn alphabet, I just want to sucks
Nah.
the wind. And I'm like, all right, shift 1, 2,
Yeah.
3,
I know.
4, 5. And I'm like, God bless.
Cross your legs.
Yeah, I felt
Hindu,
like,
or you get down and stretch your groin out. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
fine. Is the Hindu stretch the best stretch?
that's probably the only one I still do.
The Hindu, like everyone loved butterflies and Hindu.
Yeah.
Because
butterflies.
like hockey, you do the Hindu. Like,
Sure.
like I'm sure football does too.
Yeah,
But, like,
Buddha, whatever. People
Yeah,
call
right.
it different stuff.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the best stretch.
Yeah.
The best
I
stretch.
still do that one.
Yeah.
Like if I'm gonna play ball or whatever, or like before when we were practicing with the TBT and stuff, like I always stretch right there. I don't know. I guess it's because of pulled groin. It's just you can't get away from it.
It's so bad.
and
Yeah,
it
it's such a
lasts
bad.
for months.
Yeah.
It's so
annoying.
debilitating that you don't want to ever have that happen again.
Can't get out of a car. It sucks. Hurts.
Like if I get some good push-ups in and stretch my back, I'm like, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine. See, and that's what
Butt stretches are good too. I
that's
don't
what
mind a
blew
good
me
butt
away
stretch.
with Earl Clark. Is Earl Clark would show up and Earl would go through a 35-minute stretching routine.
Mm.
It was amazing. It's like, dude, like he would literally bring a bag and like he would pull a softball out,
Mm-hmm.
put it on the ground, roll it on the bottom of his foot, like starting out.
Just really warming up each ligament,
Every
loosen up
piece
each
of his body, dude. Like it was like,
Yeah, I would tell young
Mark.
Marcus, like, dude, take that serious.
Yeah, like he would. I mean, it was like he had a bag of toys. You're like, what is he going swimming? Like it almost looked like. I mean, it was like real deal stuff like that. And he was like, oh no, he's using that for
Like
this.
all
or-
therapeutic rubber bands.
Yeah. Yeah, just crazy, man. It was awesome. Somebody said, Maven, stop lying. You hated layup lines. Benji says.
Listen, you give me a layup line and you start the game.
Yeah, let me go through layup lines. That was Steve Rummage. Look, let me slap the glass a couple times.
Why would I listen? Benji, the layup line is where you just got everybody's attention. That's the layup line is where you won over the crowd before the game even started.
Yeah.
The layup line gets people up, hoping you get a fast break during the game.
Right.
Yeah, the layup line is the best prep work for putting on a show. So yeah, I definitely like. What other useless drills?
What was your favorite drill?
It's a good one.
Like in hockey, our equivalent of the layup line is like the machine gun. You just put a bunch of pucks in the middle, people skate around,
Sure.
come in, and everyone. It sounds cool because it's like a million shots, and usually you hit the goalie in the head during that, and he gets really pissed off at you, which is like a tradition unlike any other. But it just shot like crossbar, like goal, save, pad, glass, like it looks cool and it's fun.
3-on-2, 2-on-1.
You didn't like 3-on-2, 2-on-1?
That was my favorite.
Okay. Oh man, okay.
I like those,
okay.
man.
3-on-2,
Okay.
2-on-1, and then 1-on-1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably like if coach said that, that'll get your extra juice going.
Yeah, that gets ready to go.
I hated 2-on-1 drills as a defenseman. Like,
Oh no,
this was annoying.
you get a stop. You listen. Two
Oh
people,
no!
Two
Yeah.
people coming at you, and you break up a 2-on-1 without getting dunked on. That is primal scream territory.
Yeah.
Listen, I would actually say I cursed more if I stopped a 2-on-1. I probably called people names that should get me beat up. You know what I'm saying? Very emasculating names if I broke up a 2-on-1 by myself.
That is true.
Both
you
of
succeed
you
in doing it.
Both of you MF. Neither one of you BAMFs could score on me. Just imagine how vulgar that is.
Maybe it's because I didn't get a lot of stops when I was doing those drills.
That's the point. So when you do get one, you're like, y'all can't do nothing.
That goes back. Yeah, that goes back to the. Oh, what is it? The corner thing. You're not supposed to get stops there.
Right. Yeah, because it's like, I mean, I know we repeat this all the time, but if you
weave drill.
You said what?
Somebody said the weave drill.
The 3-man weave.
I actually am with you on that.
What you didn't like the weave?
If you come to a Coach Lieberman practice, you will not see a weave. I assure you of that.
He's not a fan of the weave.
He will be. Let's just say you will not see one. I mean, football players, we love Oklahoma drills. I mean, you love Oklahoma.
Steve, you did not get teed off on in Oklahoma.
No, I was a big guy. I did the team.
You did the what? Say that again.
I said I did the team because I was a big guy.
Did you purposely tee off or did you let up on people?
No, I mean, no, you go hard in Oklahoma, man. Like that's a fun drill. It's a fun drill.
I saw that meme that said the Oklahoma drill made more basketball players than anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just man on man. Just oh.
It's like
Now the only thing I didn't like was where you lay on your back and got to get up.
Yes.
Yeah.
I always hated those because I felt like that gave the smaller guys an opportunity to run you over.
To be on top of you.
Yeah,
Before
and
you
it's
get off the
like
ground.
as a bigger guy. Now I'm coming at this as a bigger guy, right? But it's like, yeah, like I don't love that.
So you would be hoping to get matched up with a bigger dude than you, so you can get up quicker.
Yes, I can get up quicker, dude. I'll be on top of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I see Nick's little grubby fingers.
I was gonna say I didn't see that coming.
Mixtape. He said you're gonna be on top of him.
He marked that so fast.
So fast.
It was good seeing you, by the way, yesterday at Next Level Gun Range.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
I
didn't get to see
I
Marcus.
come in bragging about it. I come in telling Drew and telling Blanket Baker and all that stuff. I was like, man, I got to see my guy yesterday, man. He was kicking it. Look, he looked happy. He looked healthy.
The burger was good.
Burger was good, was it not? How good is that food?
It was
I've
really
heard
good.
Brass Social is amazing.
Oh man, I got yeah. Did you say that on the air? Oh, okay. All right. No. There was a mother with her children walking by. Drew. There was a mom with her kids walking by. And she was not ugly, okay? And I saw my grubby little boss take off out the door.
just had to get a double take.
Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, so good stuff, man. Look, practice day. I'm excited. Ready to roll. I'm ready to get out. I'm getting out there Saturday morning. Gonna get to watch them. So
Okay,
looking forward to that.
Saturday is a day you targeting.
Well, today, tomorrow, but they're all early because, just dealing with the heat and stuff. So Saturday morning, me and Elijah and Xavier, we're going to head out there. We're going to check them out, see the team, see the squad, get a little up-close look. And, look, you notice I didn't say Charity. Like, Charity, you're getting older now. Look, it was funny. It was funny 10 years ago when you did that with Josh Harvey Clemens. Now you're like an old cougar.
Rawr.
Look at all this.
Hey, buddy, why don't you come over here?
Yeah.
Give mama some sugar.
Yeah, Charity, these are 18-year-old kids. Okay.
Now you're allowed to
So
say
look,
kids.
These are little children out here playing football. Okay.
I tell you what, let's get a reset, take a quick commercial break here on 93.9 The Ville.
Bob Valvano here for Ken J. Beener and Son HVAC. They've been in business since 1962, and summer's here. You don't want to be caught sweating, so call Ken J. Beener and Son for a $95 AC tune-up. Make sure it'll last through the summer. Their team's professional, knowledgeable, did a great job installing my unit, a trusted, independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer. They have 5-star ratings on Google, so give them a call. 502-584-9960, 502-584-9960.
Looking for a thrilling new experience in Louisville? Head over to Next Level Ranges, the city's newest high-tech gun range. Whether you're a pro or a beginner, we've got the perfect setup with state-of-the-art lanes, expert instructors, and a safe, welcoming atmosphere. Wrap up your shooting with a farm-to-table meal from Brass Social, or kick up your feet and relax in our exclusive members lounge. With personal lockers for your convenience, you'll feel right at home. Located just off Blankenbaker Parkway across from Lexus of Louisville and J-Town, Next Level Ranges, where precision meets passion. Visit nextlevelranges.com for more information. That's nextlevelranges.com.
Road trip! This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $494 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Hey, it's Steve Rummage here. You've probably heard all about the new regulations that have hit the real estate market, making the process more complex than ever. And if you're not working with the right real estate agent professional, you could find yourself out of bounds fast. That's why it's more important than ever to work with someone who has proven their expertise. Like my good friend Josh Jarbo. Josh was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame and named one of Louisville's 40 under 40. This guy knows the game inside and out. Josh and the team at RE/MAX Empire are the seasoned pros you want on your side. They know how to navigate the market, make the right calls, and get you the best deal every time. So don't let a cut-rate agent make a rookie mistake and fumble your financial future. Whether you're buying, selling, or just need some mortgage advice, these are the folks you want in your corner. So here's the play. Call Josh Jarbo, 502-216-7590, or check him out online at joshjarbo.remaxempireky.com. And here's a special offer just for you guys. Mention you heard it right here on 93.9 The Ville, and you're going to receive up to a $5,000 seller's credit. I'll leave you with this. Top-notch service might seem expensive, but poor service can cost you a fortune. Don't settle for less than the best.
Josh Jarbo, principal broker owner of RE/MAX Empire and co-founder of Modern Mortgage A to Z, NMLS number 2256125. Each office is independently owned and operated. Modern Mortgage A to Z is an equal house lender.
Ennis, do you know who has the most famous birthday in August?
Let me guess. Barack Obama.
Nope.
Kobe Bryant.
Good guess, but nope.
Michael Jackson.
Nope.
Okay, this better be good.
Jim freaking Beam. Jim Beam's birthday is August 25th, and on Saturday, August 23rd, the distillery is throwing him a party.
Hey, let me guess. You'll be front and center.
Oh, yeah, you know me.
Well, what's going on?
Well, it's a party. Live music, activations, cocktails, and Fred and Freddie are hosting tasting seminars with special guests and tasting some really premium products.
And that sounds a lot like the Oaks Bash they throw. That was a blast.
And get this, it's only $50.
$50?
Yeah, man, $50, and it's on Saturday, not a weekday.
Well, you got me again. What time are you picking me up?
Well, it's between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m., and we can go anytime between then or stay the whole time. I plan on grabbing lunch from the kitchen table and making a whole day out of it.
Well, imagine that. You at a bourbon distillery all day.
Get your tickets online at bingdistilling.com, where you come as friends, leave as family.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
He digs, he turns, he dives. It is a touchdown. It is a touchdown.
The NFL is on Westwood One.
Uncorks a deep ball downfield into the end zone. A crowd is there, and it is caught. Touchdown. Miraculous.
Hall of Fame game coverage begins tonight at 8, right here on 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
So, you think you're untouchable?
Word life. This is basic thugonomics. This is basic thugonomics. Word life. I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to feel me. Word life. This is basic thugonomics. Word life. I'm untouchable, but I'm forcing you to feel me. Whether fighting or spitting, my discipline is
Welcome back. Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. Now is the part of the show that I like to remind everybody that temperature control is and always will be one of the most valuable resources one could have. If you agree with this sentiment, then DFH Company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. I'm sorry, DFH, I'm going to have to revisit that read. Steve, you know what just caught my attention, and I just couldn't look away. I couldn't keep focused.
Okay.
Nick Young reacting to Gilbert Arenas getting arrested.
Oh, man.
What do you do with that one, Steve?
Well, Gilbert got out. He made sure to tweet that out. Did you see Gilbert Arenas?
Yes.
Out of the coffin. He was, I'm back.
What are you going to do with that?
I mean,
is he going to get in trouble? Is it going to be taken serious?
I don't know. I mean, it's odd that there's like put it this way. There's like an attack on like gambling right now, which is I'm not, and again, I wanted to watch how I say that, because I'm not saying they're right by gambling on their sports or gambling on, or whatever, right?
Right.
But there's like, this almost feels like a weird, almost like when the FBI stuff in the college basketball world was going down.
That's
it was like there's this weird hit on this. You know what I mean?
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, again, I'm not a big fan of Gilbert Arenas,
Sure.
But it's like, and the reason I make that disclaimer is because I want to say, I can separate.
Not like taking up for Gilbert Arenas.
Right,
either.
right.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, what's considered high stakes gambling? And I didn't like some of the words that were put on it.
Yeah, it was like, well, what? I mean, well, what if high stakes gambling? Why
don't you follow Michael Jordan around for a little bit?
Yeah, that feels like high stakes gambling feels like Well, that's whatever we deem it to be. Well, that feels a little goalpost moving there, right? Like,
I mean, no, seriously. Like I said, you can be the stickler. You can be the stickler conversation and say
sure.
it's illegal no matter what,
Sure.
But then I'm like, I don't know. A lot of guys with a lot of money gamble with each other.
Yeah, and this just feels very
targeted.
I don't know, very, very targeted.
Targeted, and it just the way it's in the LA Times immediately, and just like
I mean, this feels like gun to your face. I need Rick Pitino. You know what I mean? It was like, dude, what?
It's like I don't know what that dude does for a living. He shows up with about 50,000. Says let's gamble.
Yeah, like it really, because I mean that just made just boom, boom. Here we go. All right, we're done with it. Drop it. It was like, well, what just happened? You know, well, what just happened here?
And then what are you gonna do? Seize his houses?
Yeah, and again, like I said, not taking up for any of the situation, right?
Right,
I'm not. I I know there were people involved and stuff like that. And yes, I understand that. Like Texter says, he was basically running a casino. Like I get that. Like I'm not saying he was right or it shouldn't have been something that shouldn't be charged. But I'm like, it just feels like with the Terry Rozier, and I'm not saying it because Terry Rozier. But because if there's any player that pretty much left Louisville and was like, I ain't got nothing to do with me. Like that was Terry Rozier.
Other than that one verse.
Yeah, I mean Terry Rozier made it pretty clear, like I ain't lifting a finger to help y'all. Like, okay, all right, cool. But yeah, I don't know. So again, I mean, I'm just curious what the bigger picture is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying Gilbert Arenas shouldn't be in trouble. I mean, he probably should be.
Who's the real target here, or what's the real target?
Yeah, but what are we going after here? Because it feels like we're going after something.
Yeah, something bigger than Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, that one is that one was a little odd.
Go ahead.
No, I was just kind of rolling along with that. Yeah. So yeah, touch odd there.
Wait a minute.
I didn't like 5th in the media poll.
I'm listening.
I didn't like 5th. I'm not okay. I'm not ready to just like cause a scene over 5th in the media poll, right? But I'm also not willing just to be like, it's no big deal. Clemson, Miami, SMU, Georgia Tech, Louisville at number 5. Now, here's an issue I have. If you say, well, it's because we think Louisville lost, or whatever, I understand that. But for instance, Florida State.
Go ahead.
Florida State was horrendous last year. They got them finished 7th, 2 spots behind Louisville. So you're telling me, based on the last year or two, and what you've watched from Jeff Brom, like, you just don't think there's a shot. And again, I'm not really all that up. I mean, like, Georgia Tech ahead of Louisville to me is a little baffling. Like, and I think Georgia Tech can be a good team. They got Haynes King back. You've got Jamal Hayes. Like, they've got some good players. But they lost like one of their best receivers too.
What did they pick up? What's the 93.9, the yellow jacket? What are they hype about?
I mean, Haynes King.
Is it Haynes
right?
King?
Probably.
So they're just saying the natural progression.
Jamal Haynes.
Jamal Haynes. I mean, like I don't.
It's like one of those. Okay, I need the justification. Like, are you just saying Haynes King is going to perform so much better than Miller Moss and Isaac Brown?
Brent Key had some drip at ACC Media Days.
No, and I think Coach Key's good. you're just going to, to me, 5th is a little disrespectful to Louisville. It's a little disrespectful to Jeff Brom.
Where would you have him?
Does the Tyler Shuck and actually Ja'Cory Brooks look like he's doing his thing in camps a little bit? Does the Tyler Shuck, we didn't realize how good he was, is the but that's demanding too much from the national writer to think they're thinking that much into it.
But I mean, for instance, the Maxwell, if Nick asked, I would have us at 3 or 4.
Because technically, I can
I'm not saying like
we're losing a
to the
ton.
moon.
Okay, what about me saying, and this is me kind of making a case against Louisville, if I say you lost a ton in Tyler Shuck and Ja'Cory Brooks.
Then I turn around and say, well, SMU lost a ton off their offense. Here's the thing: you go look at the Maxwell Award. You'll see Kevin Jennings on there, right? I believe Kevin Jennings, quarterback. Okay. They went into Louisville last year and won, albeit whatever. It was a close game. Go look at the Maxwell Award. You see a couple Cardinals on there. So you're just so sure that SMU's 2 spots ahead of Louisville? Like when you were ranking, you're just like, oh, well, Louisville's pretty significantly behind SMU.
See, I liked it. I liked the 5.
The motivational.
That's exactly it. Like,
I'm okay with that.
There was enough there that they're being acknowledged.
To me, that's 2 different conversations, though.
Right. Like this isn't like an Andy Staples list where it's just like, all right, you just wild.
Yeah, you're just being insane.
But there's enough of an acknowledgement there.
Yes.
But the fact that they put them, I think, maybe 2 spots behind where we'd want them to be.
Sure.
I feel like, okay, now there's a little bit of extra juice for the Georgia Tech game, a little bit of extra juice for the SMU game.
I don't think we play Georgia Tech this year.
No, we don't. You're right.
But
as I was saying that, I was like, I'm not sure we'll play them,
but I don't mean that rudely when I say I think it's 2 different conversations.
Yeah.
I do. I think there is and again, this is just media people in the ACC, but these things do matter. Perception to Louisville does matter. Okay. And I'm with you on that
when
side.
it comes to ranking time at the end.
When it comes to preseason rankings, yeah, because if people tell you Louisville basketball is the top 5 team this year, they're going to get treated like a top 5 team this year. So when they lose a game or 2, they're not going to shoot them into the moon. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
They're
Are
going to drop them a couple spots.
Are you talking about number spots? Are you talking about just the way they talk about your program, like big picture?
Yes and yes, because I think they kind of correlate together.
Okay.
Because I think the teams that, whereas if you start unranked and then you get your way up to the top 10 and drop 2 or 3, you get what I'm saying?
That part drives me insane. You start off with a narrative, it's no beating it.
Well, especially in college football.
And that's my point. And I think 5 gives you a reason. Remember how we've been saying back and forth here? I think Louisville starts anywhere from 18 to 23 in the rankings. 5 gives you a reason not to rank them.
Yeah.
Because you got to, what are you going to do? Put Louisville in there ahead of SMU and Georgia Tech when you're like, well, the ACC media doesn't think Louisville's better than those teams.
Right. And the national perception of the ACC, this ain't the SEC.
It's a crappy conference, and Louisville's 5th in that conference. When everybody looking at that's like, oh, Louisville's better than that. Louisville's going to finish way more than that. I just watched a thing this morning, Bring Brom Home tweeted a video from PFF. And the dude's like, if Miller Moss works, this team may be a problem in college football. This is going to be a good team. And yes, it is that serious. I may end up in one of those spots at the end of the year where I'm right at 11, 12, 13, 14 and get left out just because of where I started.
Yeah, of narrative and where you start.
And that's why I'm like, I know it's easy to say, because that's why I was saying with Nick, I think it's 2 different conversations, because I agree with Nick. I do think there's a motivational factor there. But it's like, no, every year you're ranking me 2 or 3 spots behind where I probably should be ranked, and you're getting away with it.
Where were we preseason last year?
I'll see if I can track that down.
Yeah, probably around.
Sure.
I think they were 6th. Is where they were picked to finish 6th last year. And it's like, did you watch Louisville last year? Did it feel at any point during the season that they were the 6th best team in the ACC? Like, you know, and it's just like, but the perception becomes Louisville is not as good as Georgia Tech or SMU.
You know what else, too? You don't get top 10, top 5 conversation even until like week 8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
So if a team starts in the top 10 conversation, then you're talking about them all year.
Yes.
You're leading with their highlights, you're leading with their games. They're
100%.
They're getting covered like they're more exciting games.
I mean, just a number by your name to the average fan. I mean, if I see 2 numbers playing or a number by a name, I might flip it on, you know?
All right. In the 2024 ACC preseason poll, Florida State was first, Clemson second, Miami third, NC State 4, Louisville 5. So the
exact spot. And,
and
Louisville was better than 4 of those teams.
And interesting to note, I think that Louisville received no first place votes.
Mm-hmm.
The team behind them, Virginia Tech, received 5. The team at 9th, Georgia Tech, received 1. And the team at 14, Boston College, received 1.
Mark that. We're going to come back to that. We need to take a commercial break so we can get Coach Walls as soon as he's ready to roll. So let's take a quick commercial break. Roll it along. 93.9 The Ville.
First Choice Insulation. You can find them at 502 Insulation. They do an amazing job of just doing their evaluation, and that's the part that I know about. I'm getting my crawl space and attics all re-insulated. 502insulation.com, First Choice Insulation. It's a great business, and I'm really excited to be able to tell you all about the results of my electric bill as they go along. So if you're in the need for spray foam, blown in, or fiberglass insulation, they do a really, really great job over there at First Choice Insulation. 502insulation.com. Hey, it's Mark Blankenbaker here, and I've recently discovered Hectare's low-dose Delta-9 THC and CBD infused drinks, your new go-to for a hangover-free buzz. Sip on bold flavors like dragon fruit or the delicious blood orange vanilla.
Thank everyone again for taking the time to come out. You know, it's been a really good a summer for us. We've had a lot of our kids on campus. They've been working extremely hard. You know, and really haven't done anything up to this point media-wise, just because you're trying to put a roster together, making sure you know who's going to be on your team. I think we know. I think our roster's set. And now we're just getting a few things wrapped up with a few visas and getting that all taken care of. And hopefully we should have everybody here on campus by the 18th, which will be great, and really excited about what this year is going to bring for us. So if anybody would like to start with any questions, feel free, and be happy to answer as much as I can.
Coach, can you start with Brittany and the new hire on your staff? You know, when you and Steph had a long relationship, but how do you replace, you know, someone that's been with you for that long?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was really excited for Steph. When she came in, it kind of came out of the blue. She wasn't expecting a call from Arizona State, but Molly took over. And, you know, Steph had played there. She's from the West Coast. And it was just a great opportunity for her to be able to get back to her alma mater. It's a place where I think eventually she would like to retire to as well. And it all lined up. And, you know, when she came in and we talked, I told her, I said, you know, we joked about it, but I said, you've got 2 choices, in my opinion, and that's either resign and take the job, or I fire you and you take the job. Which one do you want? You know, and it was a great run. We had an unbelievable success here. We have, and I'm really excited for her now. You know, she's excited to be someplace where she played and put a lot of time and sweat into, and now she's going to help them rebuild that to where it has been in the past. And with Brittany, we took our time and really tried to look at a lot of different options for, you know, who could come in and bring us not necessarily the exact same thing that Steph did, but who could bring us something that could enhance our program, enhance our staff, and we thought Brittany was a great fit. Obviously, she had a ton of success at NC State. Wes is a good friend of mine. I talked to Wes about her as well, and Brittany has aspirations of being a head coach one day, and she thought it would be good for her career to work for one more person. Obviously, Wes has done fantastic, and now coming here gives her an opportunity to have two people who can pick up the phone for her when a job comes open that she wants and try to help her get.
Jeff, you lost obviously some valuable experience from last year to graduation. And is there new players stepping up into larger leadership roles during this offseason that you've liked?
Well, I think that's the way it's going to be every year, not just to graduation, but with the portal, the transfers. Been really impressed with Amari Berry's probably in the best shape that she's been in. Now she's still got room to grow, which they all do. But I've seen a lot of improvement from Amari. Taj has taken that next step from a freshman to a sophomore. She's worked on her leadership. Her game has improved as well, so really excited about that. And then you've got, McKinley Randolph is feeling good now. Her foot's feeling better. She was in that boot for the last month of the season where she really wasn't practicing much. She was just playing in games. But now she's done a great job of rehabbing that. So I've seen improvements from all of them. And then you add Laura Ziegler from St. Joe's, who's really had a great summer for us. She's probably right now our best conditioned player that we have. We've been scrimmaging the past 2 days. We'll scrimmage tomorrow again from 9 to 10, which is our little hour that we get. I waited to the last week to really have 4 days that we can scrimmage for an hour. And you can tell from our time scrimmaging that she's in great shape. She rebounds the ball extremely well. She can pass it. She can score it. She's going to bring a lot of experience to our team, which is going to be something I think all of our fans are really going to enjoy. Raina Scott and then Skylar are two transfers also that are adjusting to the way we do things. Raina from our first scrimmage on Tuesday till today looks like a different player. Really starting to understand what we're trying to do. I want our point guards to be explosive. I want them to score, but at the same time, we got to take care of the
how strong your cooling system is. And if you find out that it's not ready for the long summer, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Now when you buy a complete Train system, receive 10 years parts and labor warranty and up to $1,000 rebate on Train high-efficiency systems. It's hard to stop a Train, so call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval.
Road trip!
This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas!
Then it's off to Rome,
Georgia!
And you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $494 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Hey Cards fans, I'm attorney Sam Aguiar. After an accident, there's a lot on the line, and you only have one shot with taking on the insurance company. At Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers, we go over the top for all of our clients to get them every dollar they're owed, and we win big. All clients get our bigger share guarantee, so you always get more, and there's never any fee until we win. So give us a call and let our winning team get to work for you today. We're here 24/7 at 502-888-8888.
Men, the summer is here. Longer days,
warmer nights, and romance in the air. Intimate dinners, walks on the beach, dancing in the moonlight. But if you have erectile dysfunction, you know it can ruin romance, both for you and the one you love. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if you have ED, don't let another summer go by without getting treated. Because intimacy is one of the greatest things in life. And fear of not being able to perform should not be something you have to deal with. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're ED experts. We've successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Our protocols work when others don't, and we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. You could even last up to an hour or more and perform like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial appointment is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
I want to tell you about the best pizza in the world, hands down, Beardo's Pizza. Congratulations on winning your 5th consecutive Community Choice Awards for Best Pizza. And Beardo's menu keeps expanding, like apple smoked wings, spicy pepperoni, and now you can get any item on the menu Dano's way with that beautiful Dano's red pepper seasoning. Order online today, Beardos.com.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections.
On ESPN Radio.
On its way, out of here, Kyle Schwarber.
To a baseball's best go head-to-head. The Detroit Tigers storming the Philadelphia to face the Phillies.
What's going on?
On the right, Riley Green.
The Tigers at the Phillies.
I can't really hear
Coverage
you.
begins Sunday at 6.
The feed just died.
Okay.
So I guess we'll come back here.
Okay.
All right. Sorry, man.
You can put the sound back in my ear. Would like to give a huge shout out and special thanks to one of the newest members of the team. That would be one Kentuckiana Pump Sales, for every home, building, business, or municipality that all rely on the movement these pumps provide. The moment you need a water or sewage pump, you should be thinking Kentuckiana Pump Sales. They're like our first responders or essential personnel. Over 36 years of experience, best service, fairest possible price, and it's right over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold or go see Mark. They'll find out exactly what you need. Utility,
I got the feedback.
Some affluent grinder sewage, KentuckianaPumpSales.com.
Didn't play a ton of minutes, but there weren't many college kids that even made their national team. So her to be in camp with those professionals for about 2 months was valuable for her. And then she came straight home after we finished the end of June with the national team to start training with their under-20 team. So now she'll be going off to the under-20 championships here the 1st of August. In the next few days to start. Yeah, so the summer's gone fast to start playing with that. So she's probably played more basketball than anybody on our team throughout the entire summer. So really looking forward to having her come back. She's got 2 years experience now. Really understanding, I think, towards the end of the year that she can play inside and out. She passes the ball well. She doesn't have to just rely on shooting threes. And then she's really worked hard on rebounding the ball, because that's one thing we had talked about. I need her to just really attack the glass more. So I like what we have. And Putra should be here hopefully by the first day of school. And she's working her way through her visa and all that good stuff. But we're expecting her to be here, and hopefully, like I said, Isla will be cleared in September to start working her way back into basketball. Anaya, oh yeah, she's been here. Anaya's had a very interesting summer for the fact that she's also in our School of Engineering. So she's had a full semester of summer classes. So it's not one of these where she's just sitting in the dorm room relaxing. She's had a full semester of engineering, which is quite challenging. So, but I'm proud of her, and she's continuing to improve. But she's got a lot of room to grow.
Jeff, have you seen Peyton adjust to the college game so far, and what can her spacing and her shooting do for the team?
Well, I think Peyton and Reagan both, as they continue to grow and get adjusted to the speed and quickness of the game, they're both understanding what they can bring to us. They both shoot the ball well. Peyton is one, I think, that it's been really good for her to be here this summer because it is an adjustment. Kids are bigger, stronger, and quicker, and she's learning now. She's got to get herself ready to shoot, and when she gets an open shot, you got to shoot the ball because they're not coming around as often. Just because the players are better that you're playing against, but she can shoot the basketball, and that's one thing that I think will be a big asset for us.
Jeff, how was that international trip for you this summer? I know you probably learned a little something.
That was great.
Every time you do that.
Yeah, no, for me, it's I told Josh, I mean, there's not a better professional development class clinic that I could go to. Having the opportunity to work with pros and then to watch other national teams that have nothing but pros on them, how they approach things, how the game is played. I talked to our kids today when we were scrimmaging, understanding how to use fouls. If you've only got one team foul, two team fouls, and somebody's on a breakaway layup, you never got the layup. They fouled you. They know how to play. They know how to attack a ball screen. So it was great. I was able to sit there and work with the players for about 3.5 weeks, and then have the chance to go to a ton of games. The Belgium team that won it was coached by Mike Thibault, who was the coach for the Mystics, our national team, assistant coach. And I had no idea until he rolled into the hotel in Athens that we were in, and we were both like, "Well, what are you doing here?" So it's very, very well coached, great players. So it was a great summer for me. I really enjoyed it.
Jeff, you're headed into the 19th year. I mean,
Yeah.
Is there ever a pinch me moment that you have been doing it for this long, and how have you maybe seen yourself transform over the course of this time?
No, I mean, it's all changed. I mean, it's 19 years. It's been great. There's no question about it. I mean, and do I wonder how where all the years have gone? Yeah, I mean, it's gone by fast. I don't know how many of us in this profession can say that they've been able to be at one place for 19 or 20 years. There's probably 10 or 15. I joke, but it's the truth. You normally try to get out before they get you out. And it's changed. I mean, the game's changed, the landscape's changed, everything's changed. And you've just got to try to adjust to it, but at the same time, you can't go away from what's worked. It's what I told our kids today. I mean, I'm all for coming to practice every day and just saying, let's go hard. Let's have a great day. And if they do it, fantastic. But there's some days you got to motivate them. You got to coach them hard. because I also know what their aspirations are. I know when they come in my office and they say, I want a chance to be a pro. And I tell them, I know what it looks like. And what you've done the past week doesn't look like it. So if you want me to just keep telling you, great job, you're not going to get where you want to get. So you've got to be willing to allow us to coach you. And you got to be willing to be uncomfortable. It's the one thing in life, no matter what you do, you got to be uncomfortable in order to be great. It's conditioning. You choose to either go through the hard so you get in shape, or you choose to not. But what's going to happen is when we play in a game on national TV, everybody's going to see that you chose to not. I'd rather go through the pain now getting in shape, so then when it comes time to play, I'm in shape. So we've talked about that with all of them. Obviously, with NIL and rev share, that's all changed a ton. It's just something that we're all trying to adapt to. We're all trying to figure out in this recruiting. You know, when you're recruiting against somebody that might have more than you have, you got to figure out what's important. Who do you go after? Because it matters. I mean, I tell people all the time, you can't put fault on a player. You put fault on a family or anything. But if I can offer somebody 80,000 and somebody else offers them 240, I know where I'm going. You know, so you're all trying to balance what you have to offer them. And that's the interesting thing is, you know, we're all obviously not playing with the same amount. So that's where you're trying to figure out, okay, can you get a kid over here for 50,000 because the kid here is going to get an offer for 150 over here. And then what happens is you stay in it long enough. Unfortunately, it's like it's not going to come down to money. It's not going to come down to money. And it's hard to say. I mean, we all want to say that, but everybody here has a job. If somebody called and offered you 3 times to switch stations, I got a feeling you might switch. I might see a different logo on your camera. So what happens? So as coaches, you've really got to make sure you're doing the right job of finding which ones. Okay, here's who I can afford. This is what I'm going down. And then at the same time, you got to make sure as an incoming freshman, it's like, do I put 6 figures into an incoming freshman, or do I wait till the portal comes open to a kid that I know has played and they've done it? Because the pressure has changed. And not on coaches, on players. I feel for them. I mean, the college experience is kind of a little changed some now. You know, the days when I played at Northern of going up to Skyline and maybe having a few too many to drink at the little local establishment on the top of the hill, you know, you come to practice on Saturday morning, it might not have been a great day. Well, now the problem is you might be sitting there at a bar next to someone who's like, I gave 100,000, and you're sitting here, you're drinking. You know, you lose a little bit. And I'm not saying you're supposed to drink in college, but let's not be naive, people. Okay, so you lose a little bit of that college innocence, if you want to call it, because now there's pressure, man. There's pressure. You're sitting there, you're getting paid. The pressure is real for them, and it's great that they do get the opportunity, because there are kids that our own players who they've done a great job of saving, putting money away, investing it, where if they're smart about it, it can truly be generational wealth. It really can, and I'm hoping that they'll continue to save it. But yeah, it's all changed.
Does that, to go off that a little bit, how difficult is it make that high school recruiting now? I think only 10 of the top 50 girls have committed at this point in the class, which last year it was like 30 of 50. Is that why the process has slowed some on their end, and how difficult has it become for you guys?
Well, it's changed. I mean, I think that's part of why some of it has slowed up. And for us, we're just trying to be very careful on, first off, you only have so much money to pay your players. So I think eventually I'm hoping to get down to 10 to 12 to 12 players. And you might have 13, you might have 14, and some are just happy to be on a scholarship, okay, which sounds crazy anymore. But, like Asia Durr was on a scholarship. Dana Evans was just on a scholarship. And we say just on a scholarship, you got kids that would die to not have to borrow money. But you've got a certain amount to pay. So it's like, okay, if we can get down to 10 or 11, now all of a sudden the amount you can offer somebody is a little bit higher. But then you got to be planning for someone to transfer as well. You're dealing with some schools in rev share that might have 2.5 to 3 million. And if you're dealing with one, like if a kid can get 3 times, and it happens, it's every coach will tell you, as the year goes on, you want your kids to play really well to a point. Like, don't play too well, But it's what makes it fun. I mean, we're sitting here each year. It's no longer, if you find kids that can stay 4 years at one school, I think it's going to be impressive. I mean, it's really, it's difficult, I think, on the men's side as well. I mean, in football, they might play for three schools in one season. It's crazy on that side. I've watched it.
Kind of speaking on that a little bit more, when it comes to managing that budget and trying to figure out the best use of the money that you have, how many people are involved, I guess, in that decision? Is it like you have kind of the final word, or are you trying to be a little bit more collaborative with your assistant coaches? Like, what does that look like, I guess?
No, when it comes down to the final, I mean, obviously Josh lets me know, hey, here's what your rev share number is. Here's what you have to work with. And then at the end of the day, it's on me. Sure, we'll sit there and talk about it as a staff, but at the end of the day, it's going to be put onto me, and it should. I'm not going to sit there at a press conference and say, well, Jody said I should offer the kid $80,000. I only wanted $50,000. I mean, and then you get into it of like, the interesting thing about it is there are players that I might say, okay, I think for us, because I'm trying to get a team together, you might be worth $80,000. But then somebody else might offer 120, and it's like, well, why aren't you offering 120, Jeff? You're only offering 80. I'm like, because I'm also trying to put a whole team in place. And that's where we're learning as it goes. Do you just try and get 5 elite players and say, here's $200,000 for 5, and then say the rest of you're just getting a scholarship, and find maybe 4 that are thrilled to be on scholarship that are good players that want to be here, but you pay your 5 a certain amount. So it's a juggling act right now. And the other thing is there's no true value per se of what does a starting point guard make in the SEC? What does a starting point guard make in the ACC? What's a starting post player? So we don't have that yet. And I think we're all trying to figure it out of what are the numbers. So it's not just building relationships with families and anymore. I mean, it's still a big part of it, but there's so much more into it now.
I guess kind of going off of that, now that you're a GM too, I mean, is there anybody else that, I guess first, how do you balance those responsibilities? And is there anybody else that kind of helps with making those decisions as far as who gets how much ever?
No. I mean, I taught Josh. Obviously, Josh is the one that tells me what we have. And then at the end of the day, like I said, I talk with my staff, but I've got my spreadsheet. And I'll plug them in knowing, okay, here's what we have. And then, like we did last year, I mean, we also have areas that if you transfer at the end of the year, we're going to have a savings. So we're going to save some. And then that allows me, if we go get a transfer, to pay them a little bit more on the front end so it would hit last year's cap, and then give them what their salary would be for the upcoming year. So you're trying to do a lot of different things in the terms of, okay, if you don't get who you want, do you just go, okay, we're going to have a good year this year? It might not be great. We're going to have a good year. And then I'm going to save $250,000 of my cap to then go try and get three transfers that are big time. So the following year, we're going to be really good. So it's a matter of how it all works and what kind of finances do you have. Because there's schools above us that have more, but there's also schools below us that don't have as much. I mean, there might be a kid that's getting $50,000 at a school that's conference player of the year, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, I can go get $150. So now that school is also now trying to find the next one. So it's not how it used to be when you'd sign a Asia Dur, Dana Evans, Maisha, and go, okay, it's a 4-year thing. And you might have one or two transfer here and there, it happens. But now, if you don't expect it and plan for it, shame on you. Go ahead.
Yeah, he'd spend 10 minutes just talking about money and salary caps in a press conference. You've had a lot of years where you knew the team, before you ever stepped into a preseason practice. You knew how you wanted to play and what type of team it was going to be. That's hard to do right now, but what do you have? What kind of feel do you have for this team and how it will be?
We're going to try and play quick. I think we can play fast. I think we're going to try to make it as entertaining as possible for our fans. But at the same time, we have to cut our turnovers down. We can't turn the ball over at the same rate that we did last year. So that's one of the areas that we've talked about. We want to play fast but play smart. And then we're going to try to do a really, really good job of teaching our kids to know during the flow of a game who's got the hot end. If someone's made 2 shots in a row, we got to get them the ball for a third time. And you might seem that say, "Oh, that's pretty simple. How can you not do that?" There's my problem in the back. There's Taj right there in the window. But no, so those are things that we're going to really try to teach our kids to make sure that we can take advantage of moments in a game. Like, God, you've hit 2 in a row. Let's try to get them the third one. And then for our kids to understand, we're going to try to get you the ball, but the other team knows it too. So when 2 people run at you, now you got to get the ball to the open person. So I like our team. I really do. They're a great group of people, young ladies. They seem to get along extremely well. They've done a bunch of things outside of the basketball court together, which I think is important because you're adding new players each year, and you're trying to get a chemistry in place.
Coach, earlier you mentioned that Taj is stepping up as his leader, but talk about Mac. I mean, she seems more vocal out there, and she seems like she's trying to, get everybody together in that sense.
Yeah, Mac was a good leader last year as well. She's always talking. She's always vocal. Just really, I'm excited for her because she's feeling better. Her foot feels better. That's going to be, for Mac, it's not her work ethic. The kid's in the gym. She's working. We just got to make sure she stays healthy, and I think she can have a huge impact for us because she plays so hard. She knows how to play the game. She knows how to pass. She moves well without the ball. Just does a lot of things that if you're just a casual fan, you might not see. But when you break down film, it's really impressive to watch.
I guess kind of going off of that a little bit, Jeff, you only lost one of the 8 freshmen. To be able to have everybody stay together, I mean, what do you attribute that to, and how much does that continuity help you moving forward?
Well, we try to be as honest as we can with all of them before they even came in. Here's what we have. Here's what we're trying to do. And then, as I tell them, we're trying to win basketball games. So it's nothing personal. We're going to put the best players on the floor that we feel give us the best chance to win. We talk about that as a staff. Like, okay, who would you put out there? Who's yours? I have them write things down, so then my opinion's not overriding your opinion. But then once we all have it written down and it's 90% we agree, then it's pretty simple. But I do tell our kids, I mean, you've got every single day to show me what you want your role to be. If you want to be a scorer, then show me every day you can put the ball in the basket. And if you're not great at that, be a rebounder, be a passer, be a leader, be vocal. I mean, there's so many things you can do to help a basketball team win. And that's what we're trying to get them all to understand. Be great at your job. Whatever your role is, be great at it.
Jeff, Denmark, Turkey, Ukraine, Australia. You said a few years back that when you started the international thing that, going and doing, I think you did a camp one year, you did different things, you speak over there, you coach, that you wanted to try to get some. Is that where the international flavor kind of comes from? And does that impact the whole NIL thing? I mean, is it different in any way with the foreign kids?
No, I mean, it's pretty much the same. It's viewed the same for them. We're just trying to go out and find the best players we can, no matter where they are. And with Aleph, saw her play a few years ago over in Lithuania at a tournament. Like what I saw. Then with Laura, obviously she played at St. Joe's. And then have the opportunity to have her on the floor. It is nice to have international players because they are taught the game a different way. Their rules stay the same from when they start playing until they're finished. We have different 3-point lines. Our stuff changes. You go from halves to quarters and different. No, they're all one thing. You can't call a timeout as the ball's in play. When the basket's made, you can call timeout. A dead ball, you can call a timeout. But as a coach, I can't. When I see you're going to turn the ball over, I can't call timeout. The turnover is going to happen. So they're taught at a younger age how to play. And I've said it the past few years. I think technically they're really, really good in Europe, all around the world, really good. Athletically, they haven't caught up to us in a lot of areas. We'll wear them down come third and fourth quarters, and I think everybody saw that this past year in the Olympics. It's a great game with France. It's right down to the end, and we just eventually wore them out. But it's great because I'm working. If I can teach our kids to play the style of basketball that they play in Europe, because they're always moving. The ball's moving, they're moving. It's impressive. With our athleticism, we're going to be really hard to guard. So it's been great for me. I've loved every second of it. I've been fortunate. My family's been able to come to the events as well, to some of them. And, I mean, what an experience it's been for my own kids to be able to see how basketball's played internationally.
Jeff, just want to get on the record. It's a little offensive that you think we would just jump stations for more money.
Oh, you would. You would.
But a question about the international. How has that helped your foreign language skills over the years?
Bad. My point. It's one of the things. Every kid I talk to, my own kid, it's my biggest regret. In high school, you had to take 2 years of a foreign language. At least we did here in Kentucky. I took Spanish. 2 years of it. Mi casa, su casa. Cuantos años, señorita, señor. I can remember a couple things. That's it. But I never dreamed that I'd be traveling out of the country. I mean, I grew up in northern Kentucky, and we go to the lake at Barron, and we go a few places, but you never dreamed of getting on an airplane and flying. But back in the 80s and 90s, not many people that I knew were just flying places. Now kids are flying it everywhere. And it's one of the things I say. It's, I joke about it. We had a young lady that played for us in Maryland, Orly Norez, who, when I would recruit, I recruited her from Paris. And we'd be on the phone, and she'd always tell me, all because you're yelling doesn't mean I understand you any better. I'd be like, hello. And when I picked her up after about the first month at Maryland, she goes, Coach, do you know what a person is that speaks 3 languages? I said, trilingual, 2 languages. bilingual. So I'm like, yeah, I'm aware. She goes, you know what someone's called that speaks one language? I'm like, looking at her, I'm like, no. She goes, American. You know, and it was kind of, I was like, oh my God, it's so true. And it's just because we can also fly 4.5, 5 hours and not leave our country. You know, we're sitting there in Istanbul and I fly an hour and 20 and I'm in Athens. And then you fly another hour and a half and you're in Italy. It's just, you know, where they can travel, you have to be able to speak different languages. And then I always say we're extremely spoiled. We're spoiled as Americans because I've been blessed to travel all over the world. And every time I get off an airplane, there's a sign that says exit. There's a sign that says car rental. They're in English. And I remember when Norika's family came for senior night from Japan. You land here out here in Louisville, there's no signs in Japanese telling you where the exit is. You know, so we're spoiled in some ways and very fortunate that we are able to communicate because everyone, 99% of the world also speaks English. So I do wish I could speak another language, but unfortunately, hadn't gotten there yet. Still time.
Where do you stand with schedule right now, and how is it?
Schedule, we are finished. Has it not been released? Oh, so we're still checking on contracts. I know, obviously, we all know we're opening up in Germany with UConn. We'll have Kentucky here at home, Colorado here at home, Tennessee. I think has that been announced up there, but game time is not, has it? The 20th, we're up at the Barclays Center. South Carolina's been announced for the SEC Challenge here at home. We'll have Northern Kentucky this year, Eastern Kentucky. We're hosting a tournament here with Bellarmine and a few other schools. So we're going to have enough non-conference, but we are fortunate that we're playing a lot here at home, which in the past we've been on the road. But hopefully once we get the contracts, we'll have it. Ball State's one we're also playing. Yes. Anything else? Appreciate y'all. Turn these things off.
And that was Coach Jeff Walls, who had a lot to say. He's he's I always like listening to Coach Walls because he is one that is he's very open.
He's very candid, Steve.
Very, very. So when he got on, like, they asked one simple question about NIL, and he's like, well, let me tell you about everything. Like, this is what happens. That's how it goes. And I do have empathy on the women's game for that because it's a different beast than in the men's game. You know, in the men's game, you want Tay Kenny. Okay, well, let's get Adidas involved. And I don't want to make it sound like it's easy. Okay, I don't want to make it sound like it's easy to do that. But let's get Adidas involved. Let's get
feels a little more cut and dry.
Boom, boom, boom. The women's game, it's not that case. And he has a lot of work on his hands, and he's done a great job putting together another roster. I mean, it feels like he was trying to Jeff Walls is one that needs he needs a certain type of team, right? And I think it's taken him a little bit to kind of get his feet under him with, okay, this is how to do it. But it feels like he's got that. And it feels like it's kind of came in the form of the international game too. Like, we're going to go that route a little bit. So excited for what he has. Sounds like he's pretty excited and looking forward to that.
I'll say this. He has a complete understanding for everything that's going on around him.
Sure.
Just does that make sense? Just he understands. There is not one bit of delusion, illusion, anything. And you know how I am, Steve. When I hear the overly candid, You know, I mean, him even saying like there's a loss of innocence.
Yeah.
In the in the thing, and how much everything
Sure.
has changed. You know, you ask him a question about 19 years, and it's like, and you want to ask, do you know how different things are in 20 years? But Steve, then I'm listening to him, and I was going to ask you. I'm assuming we're not going to take a last commercial break, Nikki. Or are we just gonna just hit?
Do you need to? Do you not want to? Do you want to?
I mean,
we should.
Okay.
We should. Let's
it's
take
going
a
to be a hefty one because I got to make up for some spots at the top of the hour.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I was just gonna say, him just being as candid as he was, it's refreshing and it's cringe. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like he's telling the absolute truth to every aspect of it, even the what is it? The quiet part out loud.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, he's talking about spreadsheet finances, and pushing finances to next year.
I know.
Oh, thanks. I mean, I appreciate it, Coach, but woo.
Yeah, no, it's great. I mean, man, yeah. I mean, yeah, he went 40 minutes. Sorry we had a little hiccup there in the middle. It just froze.
Yeah, one of our feeds went down, so I had to find an alternative. Shout out WDRB.
Yeah,
so if they put that thing back up, I would encourage people to go back and listen to that. Like I said, if you want a deep delve into everything he's experienced in women's basketball game. But I tell you what, we'll take our last commercial break here on 93.9 The Ville.
Attention all men in need of a medical and cosmetic wingman. That's all of us, by the way. We have the team you've known for years with a different name to help you out. Anu, formerly 25 again, is your partner for concierge medicine, Botox, skincare, GLP weight loss meds, and of course, testosterone. But we've known that for almost 15 years. So whether you need to refill any of your testosterone or GLP or get medicine for a cold without sitting at the doc in a box for 2 hours, become a member at Enu. That's ENNU. The website is ENNU.co.
Hey, it's Mark Blankenbaker here, and I've recently discovered Hectare's low-dose Delta-9 THC and CBD infused drinks, your new go-to for a hangover-free buzz. Sip on bold flavors like dragon fruit or the delicious blood orange vanilla with 5 milligrams of hemp-derived Delta-9 THC and CBD. It's federally legal, low-calorie, and hits in just minutes for a smooth social vibe. Hectare's is my alcohol alternative so I can stay California sober. For a buzz without the booze. Find Hectare's THC seltzers at your local liquor store or online at hectares.com. Sip, smile, and find your vibe with Hectares.
Do you want to grow your business? ESPN Louisville wants to help take it to the next level. Let ESPN Louisville assist through the best sports talk, the power of local and national sports news, brand building and connecting fans through audio and digital elements, live broadcasts, and much more. Email us at partnerships@espnlouisville.com. That's partnerships@espnlouisville.com. Become a partner of the sports leader, ESPN Louisville.
Back to school is on the brain. That means new notebooks, pencils, new everything. And while the kids are getting ready to get book smart, it's time for you to save smart with Straight Talk Wireless.
Well, I know y'all don't
Switch now and get a free Moto G 2025 with 5G when you activate select plans. Now that's a smart call. Get Straight Talk covered by Verizon's 5G network. Available at Straight Talk.